Bahara Zannaba is a war veteran living in Maghalas Sawakari IDP camp. He says he first joined the armed resistance as a young man and then later joined Ethiopia's National Defense Forces after the fall of the Derg in 1991 and served until his retirement in the late 90s. Bahara says he was young when he decided to join the resistance and has dedicated himself to a life of service to his country.
I joined the armed struggle when I was young. I grew up in resistance. After the defeat of Derg, I became a member of Ethiopian National Defense Forces and served until I retired in the late 90s. I worked as a guard on a farm in Addis Ababa after that. I came to Tigrai in 2010 to visit relatives. Today, I'm alone. I don't have anyone to help me. I didn't start a family because I spent my whole life defending this country. Now I am alone with no one to care for me. Now I can't even access my retirement fee because banks are no longer working.
Bahara says he moved back to Tigray in 2010. He says his predominant income was his pension. For over 10 years, he lived in his home village in Endabat Ahma in central Tigray. But after the war, he says, he started to feel ill and was taken to Eider Hospital for treatment. He says sometime after, there was no more doctors at Eider Hospital could do, and he had no means of transport to his home, so he was sent to an IDP camp here.
I have many illnesses like TB, lung infection, and issue with my heart. I have been very ill since last year and had to come here for treatment at Eider Hospital. But I came here alone. There was no one to look after me, so they sent me here.
Before he came to Maghala, Bahara says he witnessed many atrocities in the village of Ndabat Ahma. He says soldiers would kill innocent civilians in mass.
The Ethiopian soldiers along with Eritreans committed horrific acts for that whole year. They killed whomever they could find and animals. Especially the Eritreans killed many civilians in our village. I myself saw them killing 11 unarmed farmers.
Bahara says that he can't find his prescribed medication, and even if he did, it weakens him for further because he has nothing to eat.
I take medication when I can find it. I usually don't. And even if I had medication, there is no food, so medication just starts to make me feel weaker that I don't eat. I don't sleep at night because I'm very stressed and that's made my health condition worse.
Living conditions in the IDP camp, according to Bahara, are far from ideal, especially in light of the rainy season.
I live in this plastic room. When it rains, water flows from all sides. I have to sit in the middle of the room till the rain stops. I can't even begin to explain the cold here. I am always cold to my bones, especially my wounds from my army days. I am starting to feel pain there.
Bahara says living conditions in Tigray are unbearable. He asks that the world should give attention to people in Tigray and do what it can to end the suffering.
I need the fundamentals. I need food and shelter that can protect me from the rain. The people of Tigray have now been living under siege for a year now. Everyone is suffering. The world must do something to end this.
Even today, almost 3 months into the humanitarian truce, the amount of food or medical assistance coming into Tigray is far below what is to be expected to accommodate needs on the ground. Assistance that could go a long way in supporting people like Bahra who are in dire need.